How's everybody doing? Man, the stock market is going crazy if you guys haven't seen it, and I'm here to talk about it, right? So for those of y'all that are probably not understanding what's going on in the market, there's been a lot of turbulence in the market recently. The Dow has reported a 600-point loss, 600-point plus loss as of recent, mainly because President Trump, if you've been following, he's been talking about tariffs that he wants to implement. And it looks like tomorrow everything's going to begin. So a lot of companies are selling off. A lot of people are selling off their stock because they're in preparation for what may come. They're realizing that, okay, I need money, I need capital in order to withstand what might happen in the economy. Because as we understand, as the tariffs go into play, that means that more money is going to have to be generated from the things that we're selling. The prices of what we're selling is going to have to go up. And you might have people that may not want to pay those prices. So that means your sales might get impacted. So now that means that you might have a cash problem. So what are people doing? People are selling the securities that they have in the market to ensure that they have enough cash to weather any storm that might come up. Right. So let me look at some of the things that I've seen online about this. Right. Like CNBC, they're talking about, Trump dashes hope for last minute Canada and Mexico deal ahead of 25% tariffs. Right. So in this article, I'm not going to share. I'm just going to read from it real quick. President Trump said the U.S. will impose 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by more than 800 points after Trump spoke. So at first I said 600 plus, but it's actually 800 plus points that the Dow Jones has fallen. And then Trump is also imposing an additional 10% tariff on imports from China. So it looks like, I don't necessarily know what the tariff percentage is right now that is being imposed on China, but he's adding an additional 10% on to that. So obviously that is going to impact a lot of things for a lot of us that have services or products that are impacted by what we're buying overseas. Let's say you sell a product, clothing to be exact, and you're buying that product overseas in China or anywhere else. Now you have to pay all these tariff fees on top of what you're paying to import these things into the country. So now you got a lot of decisions to make around this. Do I keep my pricing the same? Do I increase my pricing? What do I do in order to withstand this? And this is a big deal. So we've seen the market respond accordingly. The stock market is responding, and people are saying, you know what? I need to get my money out before anything else happens. I need to get my money out of the market because, to be honest, this could impact a lot of corporations. And now they might not be as profitable. And now the money that I've put into the stock market could be impacted by that. So they're selling off, right? Are you one of those people that have sold off your securities after hearing this? Let me know in the comments, right? This is important. This is important to really understand what's going on so that you can make the decisions that you need to make around the money that you have in the market, but also in your business. But I wanted to come on and talk about this really briefly because this is a huge deal. Like we're seeing, I think a lot of people waited for this to become final. I think when President Trump talked about the tariffs about a week or two ago, a lot of people were like, is he going to do it? Let's wait and see if he might hold off. There might be a chance that he might change his mind. And we're seeing now that he's like, no, I'm not changing my mind. I'm going forward with everything that I talked about. I'm going to impose these tariffs 25% on Canada and Mexico. And as we understand, Canada and Mexico border our whole United States, right? So we get a lot of things from Canada because of the proximity. We get a lot of things from Mexico because of the proximity. And China, we get a lot of things imported from China. They got an additional 10%. If anyone knows the tariff amount that they're being charged in China right now, let me know in the comments. But President Trump said we're going to add an additional 10% on that, right? So I want to know what you guys think about this. What are your thoughts around all of this happening? How do you think this is going to impact your business? Is this going to impact your business positively? Is it going to impact it negatively? I know for a lot of people that resell clothing, like I said earlier. You might resell electronics. There's a lot of things that we import from China that now is going to become a lot more expensive. And so it's on us to sit down and really do our pricing analysis around that and see, okay, what do our prices now need to be? What are the things that we need to do to adjust so that we can maintain profitability in our companies to stay afloat? Because as we understand, the less profit you have, the less money you have to reinvest in your business, the less money you have to go hire the right people, to go make the necessary business moves in order to maintain and grow your business. So this is a pretty big deal. And I definitely want to know what you guys think. What are some of the things, like I said earlier, that you have planned? What are some of the things that you might do in reaction to this? How do you think this is going to impact the economy? How do you think this is going to impact everyday businesses? Do you think that you're immediately going to see a price change in everything that you're paying for right now? You know, and we're not even talking about food. If there's a chance that we import food from Canada and Mexico, these are things that now we understand the price is going to be passed back to us as well as consumers. So this is definitely something that we got to keep an eye on. And okay, I see a comment. Someone said, "Yeah, this is ridiculous. Let's wait and see what ends up happening." Yeah, I agree with you. We don't necessarily know what's going to happen, but I know one thing's for sure: these tariffs are going to be imposed tomorrow, and it's going to be a situation where, you know, we as Americans have to react accordingly based upon our business or whatnot. But I wanted to come on and talk about this real quick because I saw this blinking. I got so many notifications all day about the stock market going down. And I think this is also a perfect opportunity for people that may be interested in investing in the market, that may not have money in the market or may have money in the market and want to add more money. We understand that as the market goes down, that's also an opportunity for you to take advantage, for you to now buy the companies that you have interest in, that you know are going to produce. You can put your money in at a lower price and now hopefully see the return on your investment as everything goes back to normal, hopefully in the future, right? So this is a big opportunity for those who have the cash to be able to invest in the market, because a lot of people are now acting out of fear of what may happen and they're selling off their securities. And so only time will tell what ends up happening. But I appreciate y'all for coming on. If y'all have any questions about any of this, make sure you leave it in the comment section. If you're watching this on replay, let me know by commenting replay in the comment section as well. And until next time, we'll talk soon.